Okay. Anticipated revenue objectives. Okay, where higher value rooms or function space opportunities displaced. Function, and we're not talking about function space today, but this is another interesting part. Function space can be utilized by in-house groups, including rooms, or only social meetings, right? Sometimes the social meetings bring you more money, if we talk a wedding, than a group, okay? And so we have to take the whole picture into consideration. We also could displace some revenue for the events team by taking the group. Even though the profitability for rooms might be higher if you take a group plus the meeting space, but the overall spend, depending on the overall spend, could also be higher if you take only social. So there's a lot of, most factors need to be taken into consideration. This gets much more complicated when we talk about different lead times. Lead times for wedding are way longer than it is for groups with meeting rooms. So you sometimes have to make a decision, do you really want to take that group business, or for auspicious days, if you look at the Chinese, you all know about the yellow book, right? Chinese calendar, one auspicious days is also used here in Thailand. When you have very, very high demand for weddings, long term in the future, and then you, on those days, you get a group request, better think twice. If you want to take the group blocking your ballroom, or if you want to wait for a wedding, which might come even later than that for this particular piece of business. A lot of money involved. Did the hotel turn away more valuable opportunities from other segments? How did the hotel perform relative to its competitive set during the time period? That's the post-analysis, right? So after you've decided to either take the group or not take the group, if it is a significant piece of business, then you should do a post-event analysis and then see, okay, how have you performed versus your competition, right? We're looking at, we talked about STR data, Fabian talked about that before. Is your RGI going up or is your RGI going down because of that piece of business? Can you establish new thresholds for similar time periods to maximize future demand based on what was learned from the situation? Again, coming back to the question before, if it did have a positive impact, something you can repeat. If it did not have a positive impact, actually then you might reconsider the way how you evaluate the group the next time and saying, okay, maybe you have to give higher value to the displacement revenue, whatever the reason was why you decided not to take or to take the group. What would you recommend now based on what was learned, right? So always trying to see this as a learning opportunity for future businesses. Moving into, okay, let me ask you a question. Any questions on